everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a couple of big targets who will try to be key contributors in both the pass and run games today. It's the Rams going up against the Patriots. With that, we'll send you up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we saw Larry focus on the tight end matchup in his open. You think it's one to watch, don't you?
Definitely one to watch because these guys can create such big plays by all the different things they can do. Line up out wide, in the slot, line up in a normal tight end position, and then who are you going to cover them with? Is it a linebacker, a defensive back? They create mismatches all throughout the game.
Here's Stephen Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway in Foxborough. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here comes Los Angeles, a team that really struggled, especially, gosh, the last 12 games, they lost 11 of them. Of course, they had a head coaching change. But let's discuss Jared Goff. 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, started the final 7 games of the season. Where does he figure in going forward?
He figures to be the face of that franchise. He is the key that they have to build around, and I really thought that they lost time by not playing him earlier. Put him out there, let him gain the experience, let him get better as the season goes on. He did start the last 7 games, all losses, but he gained valuable experience in doing so. They have a runner in Todd Gurley. They have to beef up the offensive line, get a few more receivers. But I'll tell you what, Jared Goff has potential in the NFL.
And we introduce you to these starters now, and Tavon Austin, a man who really doesn't need any introduction anymore in this league.
He did it all when he was at the University of West Virginia. Played wide receiver, slot, returned kicks, even lined up a tailback and ran for over 300 yards. All of those talents will be on display in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's got quick. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and it's 3rd down. For the Patriots, starting lineup defensively, and one thing that may have been overlooked in the Super Bowl, yes, a rough start for this group, but they pitched a shutout in the end while Tom Brady and company were making that comeback.
They really got their legs under them in the second half, didn't they? Because they really shut them down. And Trey Flowers, defensive lineman, 2.5 sacks. How about the big play by Dante Hightower from his linebacker position when he blitzed Matt Ryan and knocked the ball away and gave him a turnover. Alan Branch, I thought, was really strong inside the defensive line. And I thought the secondary played a whole lot better down the stretch for the Patriots.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Defense. Still 30.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
So the Rams call on Johnny Hekker here to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Patriots take over. Here come the Patriots on offense, and there is the Super Bowl MVP, Tom Brady. That's his 4th Super Bowl MVP, his 5th ring. I mean, what else? What else does this guy need to prove? I guess nothing.
Is there a record for competitiveness? Because he would own that one as well. I mean, down 25 points in the Super Bowl, doesn't flinch, doesn't blink, and his team feeds off of that. And then, of course, he performs at an incredible level, and he wins his 5th ring. Tom Brady, phenomenal.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Brady now on 1st down. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
We've been to enough practices to recognize what we saw there. That was good coaching, right? Taking care of the football, protecting it, making sure you don't give anything up. But boy, oh boy, that's hard for a lot of quarterbacks to give up on a play, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did the right thing. Protect the football, because I think you saw what I saw. There was really nothing downfield.
And nothing downfield. If you try and force it, sometimes you turn a bad play into something way worse, and you can really hurt your team that way.
And on this offense, a guy that kind of came in under the radar, Lewis.
Hard to believe that Dion Lewis was that far under the radar. There is something to precedent from schools. Played at Pitt, and they do know how to churn out running backs.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Brady to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barham. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real, okay? As you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I'm still struggling to wrap my mind around the year Todd Gurley had with the Los Angeles Rams. I thought he was a lock for 1,000 yards. Didn't approach it and never got over 100 yards in a single game all season.
Yeah, and his rookie year, we know what he did. He was averaging 4 points.